Hello. Hello, and welcome back to A Theme Park Manager Plays. It's been a minute. I know I said that I'm trying to grow the channel, and that is true. It's just, this was a very, very busy holiday season. As I have said, being a theme park manager is my real life full-time job. So the holidays, the park is open. So it's been very busy, and then that with having family in for Christmas and New Year's and everything, it got very busy. So I wanted to give you guys an update on where the park is at. And kind of how we got here. So I've been doing a lot of intermittent building where I can. So this is kind of going to be a little bit of a hodgepodge. We're going to start by showing you guys what I've done for the past few weeks. I may have a couple of time lapses in here. We'll see if I show those or not. I don't know how this is going to get edited together, but anyway. And then depending on how I feel the episode turns out, I may do some more. I may not, but anyway. If you are just finding this series, how I'm doing this is we are in franchise mode. So I have. Money is active. Here, I'll turn on the UI so you can see. Money is activated. Everything is in, and so we're trying to see if we can build a park in franchise mode that has all the game parameters, but do it like a real project would be built, and that means doing it from the ground up. So if it looks like there's not too much here yet, well, that's because there really isn't. So I'm starting by doing, laying out foundation lines for where I want buildings, getting the midways all fleshed out to just see where everything's going to sit. Rides and coasters are being built as we go. But the idea here is that this park is not a super old park. I have another series in mind that I've kind of started on in the background that is going to be more of a story park kind of thing. This is more of like a recently modern park build, probably early 2000s is where we're going to be starting. So just that way I have more ride types available, like this B&M floorless coaster over here. But the idea behind the park is that the different areas of the park are going to represent classic theme park tropes and going back through the decades that way. So that's kind of the idea. It's going to flesh out as we go. But yeah, I'm building it from the ground up. So in the entrance, for example, we've got some foundations starting, but as they're going, they're also starting to completely build some of these buildings in here. So like the entrance facade is getting done. There are this little main street sort of thing. Those shops are being started to get built. This is going to be the main emporium, the main gift shop. So that's started to get built, and things like that. So that's the approach that we're taking for this park. So I guess we'll start with the big thing over here. I don't think this was in the last episode, but there is going to be a nice big B&M floorless as you walk into the park that's going to be right behind these buildings. Now, these buildings, they are a much smaller scale, and that was intentional to keep them low so that way you can see the coaster behind it. I want this coaster to be pretty towering over the entrance here. It is a custom compact B&M floorless layout that I think is pretty good. I'm not super happy with the final corkscrew over here, so theme park Wilder, if you're sorry, TPW, I hate saying your name. Harry, if you're watching, fix my roller coaster. So that's that. Starting to custom support it, everything like that. Anyway, so the park is going to have 3 different ways you can go off from the entrance. So this little stretch got built over here, going up a pretty steep grade to the to this upper landing over here. There's going to be a chairlift to get you from the front of the park to the back of the park. And it's also intentionally right next to the train station. So there's going to be a nice little transportation hub kind of going back over this way. And then going into here, this is going to be like a big classic town square kind of a thing. So this is going to be very I don't know if it's going to be turn of the century or 50s. I don't know what decade we're going to set this in yet. Let me know what you think would be cool. This is going to be a very big open town square area with a lot of buildings, some flat rides put in. Probably I am thinking about doing maybe a dark ride in here or something. I don't know. We'll see. And then coming over the third way you can go, this is going to be our like frontier Yukon, that kind of an area. I really like the aesthetic of northern Alaska and Canada, that kind of over there. That is the Yukon. So that's what I'm starting with over here. This is going to be one of our big theaters. Entertainment is my primary background in theme parks, so I do have a special place in my heart for shows. So I want to put a big theater in here. But this is going to give you a really good idea of how I'm laying everything out. So we're getting the midways poured. We're getting foundations established, and then when rides go in, we're doing as much as we can to kind of, those would be like individual sub projects going on. So like this rapids ride over here, the exit path was put in. They're starting to put in a retaining wall over here. The queue is built. Ignore the fact that it's floating. It's gonna be one of the concessions that we're gonna make, that it's floating. And then so another new thing is this coaster right here. So I'm using the multiverse coaster, but I'm not using it as an intense thrill ride. This is very much a family. This is a family coaster over here. So it is an out and back layout that goes around and interacts a whole lot with the rapids ride. It's very swoopy and turny, and I think it's actually a really, really fun ride. It features 2 launches. There's an inclined launch over this first hill, and then there's a secondary launch over here to get you back. Not crazy intense, but still a very fun ride. I don't know exactly what the theme of it's going to be. The main, it's kind of a couple inspirations for this. It's like a cross between Big Bear Mountain and Fire Chaser Express. Those are kind of the 2 things that I was thinking about in here. I wanted to do like a reverse section that is very similar to how Fire Chaser Express works, but I decided to keep it just a straight layout instead. So this is where we're at, and I think it's a really interesting way to build a park. Even over here, this is going to be the backstage kind of perimeter road going around here. So there's going to be a perimeter wall that blocks off where our property line is. So this is where we're at, and that's really all I got. So once I see how I'm going to go ahead and edit this video, there might be more. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, that's where I'm gonna. That's the catch up here, and whatever happens next, I'll see you after that. All right, everybody. Well, that's going to go ahead and do it for today. After watching everything back, I think that's a good spot to leave off, kind of see through the time lapse how I go about doing everything. And this is where the park currently sits. I'm going to try and pump out some more updates because I think that you guys are enjoying how I'm putting together this park. And I'm really enjoying putting it together. So thank you so much for watching this episode of A Theme Park Manager Plays. If you have suggestions for anything in the park, please do let me know down in the comments. Wow. And if you're enjoying this, I would really appreciate a like and subscribe like always. So yeah, that's going to do it for now. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.